CBS2 News starts now.
Welcome to CBS2 News this midday. You're taking a live look at downtown Boise on this Tuesday, February 11th, 2025. Eric Walker will have your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. But first, after 2.5 years, the Idaho Youth Ranch now heading into its final steps of recovery.
Its warehouse burning down in July of 2022, and this Thursday, a ceremony to open the new replacement. This launches the charity back into full steam. The organization's leaders say this warehouse on Irving Street will be even better and more efficient. The fire a few years ago also burning millions of dollars of inventory, all 100 plus employees making it out of the area unhurt. The loss halting donation processing and forcing the closure of its outlet store for a time. Organization leaders thanking donors for helping them through the financial challenges, keeping workers paid, and Interfaith Sanctuary for helping to keep offerings going. Scott Curtis, the CEO of Idaho Youth Ranch, saying the new storage building shows off the strength and determination of their team and those who've shown their support.
Well, the greatest part has been the number of community members, and whether those are officials or permitting offices or first responders or inspectors or individuals and donors, the number of those folks that have reached out independently and said, how can we help, and tried to open doors for us to get back on our feet.
I also would say that yesterday.
Well, happening today at the Idaho Capitol, legislators are covering a couple different issues.
In the Senate Education Committee, lawmakers will be proposing an amendment to a law concerning the limitations of the district's trustees' authority and the proposal of a cursive handwriting requirement in public schools.
And in the Resources and Conservation Committee, they're proposing a fee increase for the Idaho State Parks and Trails Passport Program.
The House State Affairs Committee debating a bill to prevent spending taxpayer money on teachers' unions.
Committee members saying that school districts allow union members to use paid time off for union activities and give teachers pay increases specifically set aside for union dues.
I will point to my district, and that is Coeur d'Alene 271, where the union president is paid 38 days out of the district's budget to participate in union activities. That's got to come to a stop. The taxpayer should not be subsidizing the union. It should not be subsidizing any organization. That is out of the pocket of the taxpayer, and that is absolutely wrong.
The bill would create a $250 penalty, increasing with each occurrence. The concern of some lawmakers is the definition of taxpayer money includes money being taken out of teachers' paychecks, and the bill could punish teachers, districts, and unions for any communication that money helps pay for.
This bill is it's overly broad, it's dangerous. We've got these 60 activities that a teacher can get sued for if they voluntarily exercise their First Amendment right and associate with the union.
And members of the Idaho Education Association testifying that some of the activities that could be flagged by this bill include plenty of normal communication between school districts and union members, like filing grievances or working on workplace issues. Now, if that bill does become law, it would only target the Idaho Education Association, and that may limit what teachers are allowed to do with their own paychecks, which could then potentially drive teachers away from Idaho. The committee voting to send the bill to the House floor with a do-pass recommendation. Idaho's Democratic Caucus sharing a statement with us, saying in part that the bill is another example of an out-of-state organization coming in to try and influence Idaho's State House. They added unfairly targets the Idaho Education Association and makes it harder for them to advocate for Idaho's public education system. And legislators advancing a bill to prevent the use of any state resources to enforce mandates from the World Health Organization. The Senate bill heading to the floor with a do-pass recommendation. Senator Dan Foreman meeting with Attorney General Raul Labrador about that proposal. He says the AG claims the proposal doesn't conflict with the Constitution. It's another part of the pushback over the handling of the coronavirus pandemic. Now, we here at CBS2 News will keep you updated with all that's happening inside the Idaho State House. You can always find more on our website at idahonews.com, and we will bring you continued coverage on air.
Two major winter storms will impact the central and eastern United States today. The National Weather Service says the first storm will bring heavy snow and ice to the Ohio Valley and throughout the mid-Atlantic. The second storm will bring another round of snow and ice across the Central Plains and over the Midwest and Great Lakes. Extremely cold air will impact the northern plains and gradually move south toward the central and southern plains by the end of the week. The Idaho Transportation Department hoping to reopen State Highway 21 between Grand Jean and Banner Summit today. Crews are making excellent progress clearing the snow. ITD says that some of the snow depths were around 50 to 60 feet deep on the center line of the road. They thank everyone for their patience. All right, here's a live look at Indian Creek Plaza this morning, I should say. We're looking at some beautiful skies out there. No one's skating on the ice rink, but hopefully they'll be out there soon. Here's a look from on top of our CBS2 studios here in downtown Boise. We're looking clear out there right now. Beautiful sky. Here's a look at current temperatures around the area right now. We're 20 degrees in Boise, 19 in Nampa. We're seeing 22 degrees in Ontario. Mountain Home, 21 degrees, and McCall, 0 degrees. It's chilly up there. Here's a look at clouds and radar. We're just seeing some scattered clouds through Malheur County and Hawaii County, but here in the greater Treasure Valley, we're not seeing much at all as far as clouds are concerned. Now, here's a look at temperatures and wind chill. Here's how it will feel versus the air temperature. As we get to 12 noon this afternoon, it'll feel like 12 degrees with an air temperature of 23. Let's get fast forward to 4 o'clock. It'll feel like 14 degrees at 4 o'clock with an air temperature of 25. And as we get into the evening hours, it'll feel like 10 degrees with an air temperature of 18 degrees. So be sure you bundle up out there. Now here's a look at our projected highs for today. We'll see a high of 14 degrees in McCall, 23 in Idaho City, 11 chilly degrees in Stanley. We'll see 26 in Nampa and Caldwell, and 27 degrees in Ontario. Now here's a look at our next weather maker. We're going to see that Arctic high pressure exit, and behind it, a low pressure system will bring moisture to the valley. We'll see snow late Thursday and a rain snow mix on Friday. And coming up, I'll have a full look at that next weather maker, and I'll have more details on how much snow we may see.
Thank you, Eric. I don't think I like those feels-like temperatures.
I don't either.
Coming up next on CBS2 News, the avian flu impacting everyone. We take a look at how it's putting pressure on small farmers around the country. And it's time for our question of the day. First, let's take a look back at yesterday's question. 93% of people buy at least one of these on a monthly basis. What is it? That answer was pizza. All right, now let's take a look at your Tuesday morning question. Most of us do this once a week. However, 10% of us do it once a day. What is it?
Today's weather forecast is brought to you by Bluebird Express Car Wash. Bluebird has the best amenities around, including hot towels. Stop in and experience them for yourself.
This is CBS2 News Midday.
Welcome back. Well, grocery store chains are being affected by the avian flu, but they're not the only ones. Small farms and businesses also feeling that pressure.
That's right. One farmer in Las Vegas shares her experiences of dealing with the avian flu in the past and how this epidemic may not last for much longer. Amber Rodriguez reports.
And farmers say they are on the hook for millions of dollars in federal funding that they were promised.
That's despite pledges from the Trump administration that a funding freeze at the United States Agricultural Department would not impact projects benefiting specific people. On his first day, President Trump ordered a freeze on USDA funds. Those programs were designated by former President Biden's Inflation Reduction Act. It granted assistance to farmers for improving infrastructure. A judge halted the freeze recently. Trader Joe's has set a dozen egg per limit day for customers due to the avian flu.
Yeah, a company spokesperson says this will help stores prevent their shelves from going bare. Avian flu resulted in the deaths of more than 40 million egg-laying birds in 2024. Now, the lack of eggs has caused them to be more expensive and leading to some people to try and buy large amounts per visit. Trader Joe's, they're not the only retailer attempting to cope with that egg supply shortage. Kroger officials say even though they have not officially placed a limit, some of their stores have done so based on availability in their area. The Agriculture Department predicts
Good morning. Your time right now, 11:13. Here's a look outside across the gym state. We're looking clear out there. It's beautiful everywhere. Look at that blue sky in Tamarack. We're seeing a blue sky here in Boise and Caldwell, and we're just looking beautiful all around the area. Now, here's a look at how it looks outside temperature-wise. We're looking at a temperature of 20 degrees, so don't let that sun fool you. It is chilly out there. The winds are coming from the west-northwest at 14 miles an hour. That dew point is 5 degrees, and it feels like 7 degrees outside, so bundle up. Here's a look at other temperatures across the region. We're -8 in Stanley. That's the air temperature. We're 10 degrees in Sun Valley. We're 3 in Salmon, 0 in McCall. We're seeing 21 degrees in Twin Falls and Mountain Home, 19 in Caldwell, 22 in Ontario, and 11 for our friends in Baker City. Now here's how it feels outside right now. It feels like 7 degrees in Mountain Home and Nampa, and here in Boise, as I mentioned, it feels like -13 in McCall, feels like 8 in Caldwell, 9 in Ontario, and 11 for our friends in Baker City. So again, it's essential that you bundle up out there. Now here's what to expect for the next couple of days. We're going to see sunny and frigid temperatures throughout the next couple of days till tomorrow, really. And then tomorrow or Thursday, we'll see that snow system move into the area starting Thursday at mid-afternoon and evening and into the day on Friday, meaning we'll have a chance of snow again on Friday. And then we do have another storm that's set to hit the area on Sunday. We'll continue to monitor that. Now here's a look at that next weather maker. Now here's what's happening out there. That high pressure system bringing all that Arctic air. It's been sitting on the coast for a couple days, and it's about to move its way out into the sunset, really, and then behind it we'll see the low pressure system. But until that does happen, we will continue to see these frigid temperatures throughout the week this week. We do have that chance of snow in the forecast on Thursday, and we'll see a chance of snow on Friday as well, as that system will move into the area late on Thursday and still impact the morning commute possibly on Friday. So be sure you tune in to CBS2 News and Fox 9 in the morning for an update on those roadways and those conditions out there. Now, here's a look at our extended forecast for the Treasure Valley. We're going to see a mostly sunny day today. It will be cold with a high temperature of 25 degrees. We'll see an overnight low tonight into tomorrow of 8 degrees. We'll rinse and repeat essentially tomorrow with a high of 24 under that mostly sunny sky and cold conditions. We'll see a warm up on Thursday as that evening snow moves into the area. We'll see a high of 33. Friday, we'll see a rain snow mix with a high of 38. You're seeing those temperatures slowly move up closer to that normal of 45. We'll see a partly cloudy day on Saturday with a high of 38. Sun or rain on Sunday, rain and snow in the forecast with a high of 42. And on Monday, we'll see periods of rain with a high of 43, again, inching closer to that normal high temperature of 45 degrees. Now, for our friends in the mountains, we'll see a pair of mostly sunny days today and tomorrow there as well, but those temperatures will be in the teens. We'll see negative overnight lows Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and periods of snow on Thursday and Friday. In Falls, we're going to see partly cloudy skies today with a high of 23. It'll get chilly tonight. We'll see a low of 8 degrees under those partly cloudy skies tonight. And tomorrow will be sunny but cold with a high of 23.
Well, multiple states are proposing legislation about displaying the 10 Commandments in public schools. After failing in the last legislative session in Texas, the bill now being reintroduced.
Well, CBS Austin's Austin Freeman explains why the bill's author believes it's important and what parents have to say about it.
All right, well, hey, Valentine's Day, it's this Friday, but beware, scammers are looking to take advantage.
They sure are. If you're taking to the internet in hopes of finding love, be sure to look out for anyone asking you for money. It could be for a plane ticket or to come see them or to see you, helping pay medical bills, their visa or fees to get them out of trouble. And they'll ask you to either pay by wire transfer, gift cards, or money transfer apps.
If I can get to know you, I can get to learn all your interests, the bands you like, the foods you like, the places you like to go, all this stuff, because either A, you put it out there yourself, or B, I've been able to glean it from these breaches and so forth, I now can seem like I would be the perfect person for you, right? So we strike up a conversation. There's this weird instant rapport. There's all this chemistry. Oh, you like Kiss? Me too. You like this? Fill in the blank. They're going to manipulate you based on all this information.
Experts say never give money to someone you have never met in person, and look out for common lies used by scammers. Put the job they say they have followed by the word scammer into Google and search. An example would be oil rig scammer and see if people have posted similar stories. You can also do a reverse image search of a person's profile picture and see if it's associated with a different name.
Yeah, definitely some important things to keep in mind.
Absolutely. Be careful out there.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, it's time now for our question of the day.
Most of us do this once a week. However, 10% of us do it once a day. What is it?
That answer, vacuum. Keeping after it.
Absolutely have to.
All right, well, our next newscast coming up today at 4 o'clock. We continue to update your local news and weather all day on idahonews.com. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 4 p.m.
Have a good day.
Take the news with you on the radio. News Talk KBOI. And for news and information 24 hours a day, click on idahonews.com.